Oh, I didn't see you there.
I know. I'm not beating the performative allegations, okay? Whatever. I'm gonna bind a book, an orange poem anthology. I'm gonna bind an orange poem anthology.
And I decided to write it on a typewriter.
I was even considering binding it in orange peel.
Yeah, you heard me right. I am crafting a poetry orange book. And first of all, I needed to prepare all the paper. What you see me doing here is tearing out all the papers, then kind of aligning them in the correct order, and then putting them into little booklets and giving them the page numbers, because otherwise this whole process would have honestly been so confusing. Somehow I thought I would need a lot more paper, but every A3 sheet gives me 2 A4 sheets, which will fold into an A5 zine. And the A5 zine, like page, will contain ideally 4 poems. So I need to have like 50 poems. I only need like 15 sheets of paper. This really was one of these processes where you think, one poem doesn't take that long. And then you write 52 poems. And my God, was this a process. Every evening I would write 2 or 3 hours, correcting mistakes, and it was snowing outside. Which is important because there's a big change of scenery coming up in this video.
I really want to try binding this book in orange peels. So let's try.
Yeah, and believe it or not, this process was also terrible. I had to cut all of these orange peels, dry them out, and they were not drying the way I wanted them to. This whole project was just so time intense. This must have been 50 hours of writing, drying, and the worst part is yet to come. I don't even know how to describe how happy I am to have finished this project.
Okay, so these are kind of bent and not really straight anymore, but they are pliable enough that you can kind of... Okay, maybe not this one, but some of them are soft enough that you can gently push them back straight. So I'll try to do what I can to not break them, but kind of push them back into the position where they should be. I didn't punch the rest of these holes all the way through or thick enough through, so I'm going to take my Dremel and kind of drill them out bit by bit. So I did the first panel and it's working surprisingly well. Wild. Wild. Who would have thought? Not me. I've spent the better part of a couple hours of my life now sewing orange peels, but I've been thinking a lot about poetry. And of course, how performative it is in some ways, but also how nice it is, and how I think it's something so human and so weirdly looked down upon. And the nice thing about it is that it has always been looked down upon, like it's never made money. And in the same vein, I feel like it's so nice to find niche poetry. And it's also so nice to find poetry that everyone loves. And I think one of my favorite poems is actually one that a lot of people know. Like, it's not niche at all. So here's The Orange by Wendy Cope. At lunchtime, I bought a huge orange. The size of it made us all laugh. I peeled it and shared it with Robert and Dave. They got quarters and I had a half. And that orange, it made me so happy, as ordinary things often do. Just lately, the shopping, a walk in the park. This is peace and contentment, it's new. The rest of the day was quite easy. I did all the jobs on my list and enjoyed them and had some time over. I love you. I'm glad I exist. I think for now I can go back to writing poetry on the typewriter and then starting to find the book and figuring out how to put this baby on there. This was a crafting emergency. I was getting sick and tired of this project, so I had to pull out the big guns. My friends. We had a crafting afternoon. It was amazing, it was cute, and I finally finished binding this book. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a bookbinder, this is not a tutorial. I kind of just sewed everything together. I think it was like 7 booklets. I sewed them all to one back. There was glue involved. It looks decent, I'm happy with it. But if you want to know how this works, go ask someone else, I'm sorry. But yes, with all of this, I finally get to do the fun thing, which is putting it in my suitcase and flying to Cairo, because this is the twist of this video. I moved to Cairo and we are gonna finish this sweet project. We're gonna finish this cute, funny, poetic, political, smart project in Egypt.
ولما نزل الدمع نزلت على خط رسول الله سيدنا منكم ابو بكر كاد دمعة ترحلي يحرجني ايها الصديق ما دهاك يا صديق أندس عطرك غير عطيق ندمني يا رسول الله صدق رفق عطيق صعصع في الغرع عطيق ندمني يا رسول الله ندمني يا رسول الله إن النبي مدحك تعبان قال له تعالى يا تعبان انت عدت وعيك ربان على
Honestly, I couldn't be happier. I found a book that I will be proud of for years, and I'm currently considering whether I can upload them in some sort of capacity. You will definitely find the list of poems in the comments. They're all to be found online. Thank you. Bye bye.